Yeah, I thought in the first half we did a really good job in a lot of areas. These guys are really good in transition, and our transition defense in the first half wasn't great, uh, but it was okay against a team like that. The way we calculated, they had 16 fast break points against us in the first half, and the second half we let up. Um, we didn't sprint back like we should have. When we did sprint back, we just ran to our man. We did not play our rules, and they got layup after layup after layup after layup after layup against us in transition, which gave them confidence. And then we, when we were matched up and we protected the basket, instead of playing our rules, we had a second guy go to a guy that was at the rim, and that always left a perimeter guy wide open for a catch and shoot three. So, giving up 29 fast break points to a team and a half is going to kill you, especially if you have 11 turnovers in that half. And so, I thought we were careless with the ball as well. Obviously, we're not going to do this every time we step on the floor. At times you're going to do this, and then you might take a step backwards, or you might take two steps backwards. Hopefully we can learn from this and grow from this, which you can do in wins. You can obviously learn and grow in losses, but hopefully we'll grow from this and come out and try to put 48 minutes together in our next game, because those two areas we did not do a good job of.
Mike, you haven't lost yet at home. I mean, 10-0, I guess. I mean, that's the nearest mark to you. That's your next benchmark if you want to keep going. I mean, what is it like? How important was it for you to establish at home? You came back from on the road, and people were saying, "Oh, guys aren't getting the offense." Now it looks like everybody's sort of getting it and pulling it together. What has that been like?
We felt we were a good team, or had a chance to be a good team from the beginning. I've said this before. We just didn't have a lot of time together before we went out on the road, I made some mistakes, and we cleaned it up, and we were able to spend some time together. And as we went along on the road, I thought we played a little bit better. Didn't play well in Miami, played a little bit better in Milwaukee, played a little bit better in Chicago, at least a half in each one of those games. And then, we got here. Our fans are fantastic. Playing here at MSG, playing at home, there's no better place to play for our group. And we fed off the energy of being here, and we figured it out. And we strung some games together because we played the right way on both ends of the floor for a little closer to 48 minutes in our previous games, and I was able to help them better. So, you always want to protect home as best you can, especially, again, with the fans that we have in this building and the energy that you feel in this building. And I don't know what our home record's going to be at the end of the day, but we just keep taking it one game at a time and trying to get a win, especially at home.
Mike, how do you find defensive consistency when Mitch, who's obviously such a big part of the defense, is in and out of the rotation? He probably will be in and out of the rotation. How do you find that consistency, even though he won't be consistent?
Well, I'm not sure about that. We just got to take that thing one game at a time and follow the lead of our medical people in terms of what the process is going to be. I do know, in terms of continuing to ramp him up, his stretches, he can go longer with his stretches. He can go longer with his minutes now than before. So it's constantly on the rise based off of what Casey and his group tell us night in and night out. So, but having said that, tonight it wasn't about Mitch. They killed us in transition, and we can have anybody on the floor, and you give them credit because they kept fighting, but we could have had anybody on the floor, and if we got back in transition the way that we did tonight, it would have been bad. So we didn't do a good job getting back. We didn't do a good job following our rules while we were getting back. We just kind of nonchalantly got back, ran next to our guy, and then hoped that everybody was matched up. And you can't do that against them because they're very good at trying to put pressure on you, especially with the throw-ahead pass.
Coach, your team had 3 straight games, 130 points. How do you like your team's offensive flow during this home stretch?
I thought in the first half tonight we were really good. The floor was spaced. We played with pace. We had plenty of ball reversals. We touched the paint multiple times. We sprayed it. I thought offensively we looked really, really good in the first half tonight. The second half, we didn't move the ball as much. We didn't space the floor as much. We had a couple of snap drives, and when we drove, we got past our guy, but we had one of our teammates and his defender in the paint. And so instead of just finishing over, possibly one guy, your guy, now you're trying to finish over your guy, your teammate, and his defender. So our spacing was not good in the second half. Our decisions weren't quick in the second half. We didn't play with great pace and variety in the second half. We kind of gave them the same dose of the same thing most of the second half. And then, we just kind of thought it was going to happen very easily. So we played good basketball offensively. We played some decent basketball in spurts tonight. You talk about 47 field goals made, and 35 of those were assisted. So we did do some things right, but I know and I think the guys in the locker room feel that we could have done better.
Mike, I know we've asked you so much about OG's shooting throughout the start, but it really feels like especially this last week and a half, he's made all of these connected passes where he just has a quick split-second touch and then finds a guy, or he gets to the paint, he's able to find the guy in the corner, who's able to swing and then get it back to him in the corner later. What do you think is allowing him to kind of take this kind of quiet but also kind of obvious leap as
Yeah, the OG's an all-star, in my opinion. Not only is he an all-star, he's an all-defensive performer. And, in my opinion, he should have an opportunity amongst others in our group to fight for Defensive Player of the Year in the league. And so, he worked his tail off in the summertime, first of all. And then secondly, I think he's just getting comfortable with what we're trying to do. He knows where guys should be on the floor when he drives. He's making quick decisions with the basketball, and when he feels a second defender step up, again, based off of what we're trying to do offensively, he knows what spots should be filled, and anybody can make those passes almost blindly because he knows he's done his job and somebody should be there. So he's just embracing what we're trying to do offensively with his talent, his size, his athleticism, his IQ. It's just showing that he can still go to another level as a playmaker.
Is that also true for him with the way that like he relocates after making those balls? For example, like tonight there's a play where he's on the right block and he kind of threw a skip pass
Yep.
and then immediately relocated to the corner.
Yep.
And the ball just swung around the perimeter and then found him in the corner. Is that just like one of those plays where like okay, is that improvised on him, or is that like part of your principles where he knows okay, I'm going to the corner?
It's part of our principles. We're a big paint touch, whether it's off the dribble drive, cut, roll, it doesn't matter. But not only we're big in the paint touch, we're huge with the respace. And that's what I said earlier. We touched the paint in the second half, but we didn't always respace. And that's something, it's conceptual. Like, it's not always, okay, when you touch the paint from this spot, you go here. No, you just respace, and you know our spots. If somebody's there, they need to play off of you and get to the next spot. And there's a few different things that they can do in order to get to those spots. And like I said, our guys are just getting a better feel of it. We still got a lot of room to grow, but when we're doing it the right way, in my opinion, is beautiful basketball, and I think it's a lot of fun, and the guys embraced it because of those things.
Coach, before the game, you talked about Yabusele not getting the minutes, and tonight he got some extra minutes. So what did you see in terms of the minutes that Yabu gave you?
Yabu played hard, and he's got to keep playing hard. I thought his pace was really good, especially offensively. You know, the times that he needed to play ball screen, did a great job sprinting into the ball screen, creating separation, did a fantastic job setting the screen and getting out of the screen. Defensively, he was pretty good, but I thought him as well as everybody else, we weren't good in transition.